What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this one is Lovecraft Country, Season 1, Episode 10. Is Ruby dead or alive? That's what I'll explain to you right now. The first season of Lovecraft Country is over, and I'm sick about it. I love the season. I thought it was really good. I know people have some complaints about it, and as I told you before, even though the series ends doesn't mean my videos on it does. We're going to discuss everything about this series in detail, and this is the first thing. Is Ruby dead or alive? Because I think that's the most pressing question that's going forth. So if you want to join in on the discussion, all you have to do is make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you could be notified every time I drop a new Lovecraft Country video. And if this video hits 400 likes, I will give away a $25 Netflix gift card to someone who leaves a comment and is a subscriber. And as I promised before, last video, because it was the finale, that if I hit the mark of 800, I would give away 2. We have surpassed that threshold, so I will announce in this video who the winner of those are. So let's get into this. Now, when GR grabbed Christina, and when she does this tactic that we have seen before in the past, we know that she can see the memories of the people that she attaches herself to, and we see her attached to Tick. And it looked like at this particular time that Tick had already passed away when she attached to him, but yet she was still able to see his memories. We will talk about that in another video. But she also grabs a hold of Christina, and we can see her memories. And the ones we're going to talk about this time, and I will go into all of the flashes that we've seen from G, but this time we're going to focus on Christina and Ruby. And it seems like the first memory we're seeing of her is her being caught looking for the potion. We don't see Ruby with the potion, actually. We do see Christina looking at it and Ruby realizing that she was caught. Now, that leads me to this comment. How did Christina overpower big ass Ruby? I don't know if she has the ability to do that. I mean, when we seen Letty fighting Christina, I'm assuming that that strength that was coming from her was somehow tied to Ruby. Now, she was slamming her around pretty easy during that fight. Now, maybe that was Christina. Maybe she has some magic that gives her this ability that she's stronger than she looks. Because she doesn't look like she's that strong. She looks type frail. So how did she overpower Ruby? Unless that's the case. She had some type of magic, and that's how she was able to overpower her. We don't know. It doesn't show us exactly how that happens, because the next time we see a scene with them from the dream, we see Ruby in the bed, and then we see Christina like messing with her arm, right? That's what we see. Like maybe she's drawing blood from her arm at this particular time. And then after that, when we see that, we see a close-up shot of Ruby. It zooms in and shows her face in the bed under the blankets, and that's what we get. And that from that, and her saying so, we have to assume that Ruby is dead. But is she truly dead? Now, the funny thing about this whole situation to me is that y'all people in the comment section, when I had told you that Ruby murdered that chick by turning off the life support, everybody said to me in the comments, all in the comment section, everybody was all up in their feelings. Everybody was like, no, Toad, she was already dead. She was in a coma. She was already dead. She was already dead. Ruby didn't kill her. Now, all of a sudden, it seems Ruby's in that exact same state. And now, all of a sudden, oh, Ruby's not dead. People are thinking that she's dead. Well, if that chick was dead, that Ruby did that too, then you have to say Ruby's dead, because that seems to be in the same state she is. But when we look at the pictures of the chick in this state, Dale, and we look at the picture of William in this state, they don't look exactly like Ruby. Like, to me, they look like they're dead. Like, their skin looks like they're dead. Ruby doesn't really look dead. Her skin tone looks exactly the same. Now, you could say that she has a lot of blood in her body, and that's the reason why she has done this, and that's the reason why she hasn't lost her color yet. You can say that. That could be the case, but when I'm just comparing the pictures, they look dead. Ruby doesn't look dead in the pictures to me. But that does not mean that she's alive. Now listen, I know a lot of people want Ruby to make it out of this. Of course, she's a great actress and she's a great character. Who wouldn't want to see more of Ruby? I would, but for the story purposes, for the show purposes, it would be better if she was dead. Now, I'm not trying to give what I want to happen. I'm trying to tell you what I think happened. So if we go on in the vision from G, it seems that the last thing that we get from this image, the last thing that she's able to suck out of Christina, is an image of Ruby. Like, that's the last thing maybe she was thinking of. Could be the last time that she's seen her alive, so that's why she's thinking about this, because right after this is the image of her having Ruby in the bed messing with her arm, and then after that is the close-up shot of Ruby being dead. And we also know that when she was fighting Letty, she blamed Letty. She said, she had a really evil face when she said it, saying that she's dead because of you. And before that, when the fight starts, she really said, she goes, I really felt the pull of family for the first time. Like, she was understanding exactly why Ruby did exactly what she did, why she betrayed her. And it was that trip in the car and them doing that bonding that really got her to feel that way. So when we put it all together, let's try to do so right now. But before we do, I just want to let you know that this Friday, if you're watching this video the same week, this Friday I will be interviewing Brian Neal. He is the stuntman for Tick. So you could say that he is Tick because he's the one who did all the stunts for him. Make sure you tune in live 9 p.m. Eastern, because I will be taking questions from the chat to ask him. And if you're watching this video after, the link will be in the description. It should be a really good time. Now, when we look at Ruby, the facts are, when we look at the two other dead people, she does not look like those two dead people. Could be that they were dead for a much longer time. That's a good reason. But her skin does not look pale whatsoever. Going on that, it looks like she's still alive, that she's in a comatose state. But when you look at the way Christina reacts, the fact that this is the last thing that she's thinking of is her catching her, it makes me think that most likely Ruby is dead. I mean, it could really go either way. And I ain't gonna hold you if you feel that she's still alive and she's just in a comatose state like the other people were, and she can be saved if they could somehow find out exactly where she is in time. Maybe that's why she was thinking of Ruby. Like, oh my God, Ruby's in this comatose state. I'm not going to be able to get to her in time and she's going to die. This is a truly tough call. I go back and forth. I could see her being alive 100%. I could see Letty bringing her back with magic and saving her, and that's how she's alive. But I can also see her being dead. When you talk about Game of Thrones, and that's where I come from, that fandom before I got here, we always say you don't know if the person's dead unless you see the body. We see the body, and I still don't know if she's dead. Who knows? But you tell me in the comment section what you think. And the two winners of the Netflix gift card are Val287 and Soap Nut Kathy. Please hit me up on Teflon TV on Facebook to claim your prize. I truly appreciate the support, and I want to give away more, so all you gotta do is make sure you're a subscriber, you leave a comment, and hit that thumbs up button, and make sure that I can see that you're a subscriber to my channel, so I know that that's the case, because I'm checking people and I want to give away more. And the more subscribers I get, I promise you, the bigger the prizes will be. Trust me, if I ever hit 100,000 subscribers, you will see a gift that no one on YouTube has ever gave away. I promise you that. So if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.